Protein, 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 protein. Everywhere you look, each and every person is now talking about protein. So is it just another fancy term, or do we actually need it? Short answer, yes, we do need it, and a lot more than you think. Protein is not just for the muscle or gym bros. It is for each and every person watching this video and each and every person out there. It affects your fat loss, your hormones, your skin, your hair, everything. And I'll be really honest with you guys, when I lost 21 kgs in 6 months, I did not care about protein at all. And that right there was a mistake. I was eating less, sure, but I was not eating smart. And it slowed down my progress like anything. The weight I used to lose, it used to come back. So I don't want you guys to do the same mistake like I did. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can eat 25 gram protein in each meal, because that's the bare minimum criteria. Each and every person should be having 25 gram protein in every meal using your regular, normal, affordable food items. This video is going to be in categories, so you are free to skip ahead. Category 1, which is about your healthy foods but not protein. And this might hurt a little bit because I know most of the people out there are eating these in the name of protein. Your fruits, your veggies, the food which is actually really healthy and fiber rich, but they don't contain protein. Yeah, a little, but na ke barabar hi hai wo. You will have to eat huge quantity of those fruits, veggies, around 1 kg to get 25 gram protein, which is not possible. Nuts and seeds. I know everyone thinks that almonds, chia seeds, peanut butter is your protein, but they are actually fat sources. To get 25 gram protein from these sources, you will almost have to consume 600 to 700 calories, which is too much. That's like your entire meal in just nuts. Dal, chana, sprouts. Yes, they do have protein, I am not denying it. But to get 25 gram protein, you will again have to consume them in large quantities. Also, the protein quality in these food items is not as good compared to animal sources. So your body doesn't really use it efficiently. These food items are good for your health if you consume it in limited quantities, but they are not the main source of protein. Category 2. These are the decent sources, but still not the best. If fat loss is your goal, you cannot depend on these food items as your protein source. Number 1, milk. Yes, a good quality protein, sure. But again, the calories add up really quickly as you increase the quantity. And if you're consuming full fat or toned milk, calories. Next, dahi. I personally love dahi a lot, but to get 25 gram protein, you will have to end up eating a lot more calories. So it is good to have as a side dish in your meal, but not as a primary protein source. Next is paneer. Paneer, especially if it is full fat paneer, it's not a good option to go for as your protein source if the goal is fat loss. And actually, full fat paneer is the most commonly eaten paneer in India. But yeah, as the name says, full fat, it comes with a lot of fats, so not a really good option. I'm going to tell you the alternative, so stay tuned for the next category. So yeah, these food items are good but not the best if your goal is fat loss. Now go and tell me in the comments which one of these you were eating thinking it is high protein. Because I was. Until 6 months ago, I was consuming full fat paneer on regular basis. Category 3, these are the best protein sources you should actually look out for. If you add these protein sources in your meals, the protein part of your diet is sorted. Since I mentioned dahi is not a reliable source of protein, you can replace it with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt has high protein, low calories. It's an amazing food if you are aiming for fat loss, because you can get 25 gram protein in just 180 calories, which is amazing. As an alternative for full fat paneer, you can consume low fat paneer. Yes, you get it in the market now. In each city, at least there is one brand that is shipping low fat paneer. In my city, it is Milky Mist. I have been consuming it on a regular basis now. Around 200 calories ends up giving you 25 gram protein, which is a good deal. Less fat, less calories, high in protein, so amazing for fat loss. Next, eggs. Whole eggs are great, but again, the yolk part of it contains a lot of fat, so you have to make sure that you are consuming the yolk part in limited quantities. I usually prefer consuming only 2 egg yolks per day, not more than that. If your goal is fat loss, you can rely on egg whites. Like around 6 to 7 egg whites will give you 25 gram protein in just 120 calories. A total win-win situation. Talking about non-veg protein sources, chicken breast hands down is the best protein source I rely on like blindly. Every gym bro consumes chicken breast on regular basis. I know that because I do. You get 25 grams good quality protein in just 130 calories, and the protein actually keeps you full for longer hours. Why chicken breast specifically? Because that's the only part which contains lesser amount of calories and gives you more protein. Talking about chicken thigh and leg part, not really recommended because the calories add up. If you are okay with consuming chicken liver, you can also go with that because it gives you 25 gram protein in 170 calories. Taste is the issue here because I personally don't like consuming chicken liver in larger quantities because the taste. If you are okay with it, you can go for chicken liver as well. If you also consume fish, it's a good source of protein, especially lean fish and prawns. It's easy to include, it's high in protein, low in calories. In just 120 calories, you are getting 25 gram protein. I am not talking about fatty fish, I am talking about lean fish. Now let's talk about supplements. Whey protein hands down is the best protein supplement out there. Absorbs really well. It's the fastest, cleanest way to hit your protein goals. No cooking, nothing. You just make yourself a protein shake and you are good to go. Talking about plant protein, it's a good option to go for if you are lactose intolerant or vegan. There are good brands in the market now. They provide plant protein at such affordable rates, so you can just go and check it out and get yourself one. Now this is a budget friendly option and I personally consumed it a lot, especially during my college. Soya chunks, really affordable, good quality protein, one of the best options if you are looking for a budget friendly option. So the category 3 protein sources I mentioned, these are the protein sources you should be planning your meals around. Category 4, and these are the overhyped protein sources. These are the protein sources everyone, especially Indian people, believe that these are high in protein, but actually they are not. And also the quality of protein isn't that good compared to the category 3. The most hyped food is first dal rice. People think that dal and rice eaten together makes a complete reliable source of protein. Yes, no doubt in that, but again, you will have to consume it in large quantities to get 25 gram protein, and not the most efficient way to hit your protein goals. Number 2 is quinoa. Yes, a complete protein source, but it is high in calories. You can sometimes replace your rice with quinoa if you are eating khichdi, but no, it's not a reliable protein source. Besan and sattu. Bro, no! Those are carb heavy foods. They are not a protein source. Please stop consuming besan or sattu in the name of protein. These food items are healthy, supportive. They are not a primary source of protein. They are just overhyped. Now the most important part, how do you actually include these food items in your diet? The rule is simple. I tell this to everyone. Build your meals around protein first. If you are a vegetarian, you can go for soya chunks, tofu, edamame, tempeh. These are soya products, by the way. Or you can go for low-fat paneer, Greek yogurt. If you eat non-veg on regular basis, you can go for eggs, chicken, fish. And if you are in a rush, you can just grab yourself a protein shake and move on. Just remember this. Protein first always, everything else comes later. To conclude, fat loss is not about eating less, it is about eating smart, eating the right food. And if you fix your protein intake, half of the job is done right there.